All right, guys, so let's talk about why I rename my tracks before I start recording. All right, guys, so today's a shorty video. I want to make this one a really quick one, but I think this is an important topic to kind of dwell on for a second here because I see this issue happening with my students all the time. It's kind of a, I don't know, borderline OCD organizational thing, so it's not super important, but it does help with finding audio files later on and keeping things organized when you get a really huge session. So what we're talking about today is why I actually rename my tracks before I start recording. So I just have this example session open. I created a stereo master fader. I'm going to do Command-Shift-N to create a new audio track. I'm just going to leave it mono. Usually we're recording to mono, right? I actually did a video recently that was about how to fix it if you accidentally record a mono microphone to a stereo track. So I'll put a card up on the screen for that. So you guys can check that out if you haven't already. But I'm just gonna create this track. And so basically what I do is before I actually start recording, I do all the stuff that I do when I'm getting ready to record. I set my input correctly. So I'll, pick my microphone here. This is the microphone I'm talking into right now. I'm not gonna click on it because if you saw, I think it was 2 videos ago. It's probably 2 videos ago at this point. I did my ADR video, which I'll put a card up on the screen for, but you can hear the slight delay in the system between the signal coming from my microphone straight to the screen capture and this signal. So I'm not going to click on it right now. But when you're getting ready to record, right, you want to set your input, record, enable the track, that whole thing. But what I always try to do before I actually start to record is I rename my track. So you can either right click on your track and go to rename, or you can just double click on it and it'll pop up this dialog to rename the track. And I'm just going to name it. Usually I name it like the character's name, or I might name it based on the instrument, right? So, like guitar or acoustic guitar. But basically why that's really important is because when you start to record here, it's going to create these audio files as you record. And what it does is it auto creates the names for those audio files. So you'll see the actual clip name on the clip often. You can also see it here on the clip list. And then also in your audio files folder for that session. So so if I go to my desktop, I have my example session here. And when I actually start recording, the audio files are going to be created in this audio files folder. And so in all these locations, here, and then on the actual clip itself, it's all referencing the same audio file. And what it's doing is it's going to auto-generate a name based on the name of this track. So if I started recording when it was still called Audio 1, I think that's what it was called, then what I would have is a bunch of audio files and clips that are called audio file like 1-1 or 1.1. I think it's like 1_1. I'm not entirely sure. But it would just be a bunch of audio files named audio file 1 and then whatever the extension is added on. So that makes it kind of hard if you lose something or if you want to go find a take that you have taken off the timeline. It makes it really hard to then find that audio file because you have to remember which track it was, right? Was it audio 1? Was it audio 2? Was it audio 3? So on. So it makes it a lot easier to find your audio files if you actually rename this track first. So that's just the basic idea. It's just a good habit that helps you stay organized. And I think it's a good thing to do. I do see students and people that are just starting out with Pro Tools running into this issue a lot where it's tough to find something or they lost some take and they're trying to find it and they're looking through their clip list and through their audio files folder and everything's called audio 1, audio 2, whatever, so on. So it is an issue that could be resolved by just naming the track first before you start recording. So that's just the basic idea. I'm going to show you really quickly. So I'm just going to hit record here. It's going to sound really horrible to you guys because there's going to be that phasing between the microphone that's going straight to my screen capture and this version of the microphone signal. So bear with me, but I just wanted to show you how it names the track. Okay, so this is just the test, blah, 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 talking about stuff. We're going to see how it names this audio file. I'm going to hit spacebar. So there we go. I'm going to do another one too, just to show you how it does multiples. I don't even need to talk here, so I don't know why I am. But that's my story. Spacebar. If we look at these two audio files that we just created, it's acoustic guitar _1. So it's named based on this track name, right? Acoustic guitar _1. If I hit tab to go to the next one here, this is a way that I've gotten more comfortable traveling around Pro Tools is just by hitting tab when I'm not in tab to transients. But let's see, acoustic guitar underscore 2. So it's naming it based on that track name, right? So now if I had like 100 files on my clip list here, I would be able to find these more easily if I wanted to find them later on if I lost them. So yeah, that's the basic idea of why I think it's pretty important to rename your tracks before you start recording, not after, before. So I hope some of you guys found that useful. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my channel with people that you think might be interested in it. I would really appreciate that. And if you do want to support my channel more directly, I do have a Patreon. So it's patreon.com/CatoNoise. And my patrons do get access to additional content. So that's about it. I come out with new videos every Wednesday, and thank you for watching. Okay.